And welcome back to part 7 of What If Naruto and Zanpakuto, the Benihime edition. We're a day late, just like last time. And just like last time, I just had stuff going on. I had planned a trip weeks in advance with my girlfriend, so I was gone the entire day yesterday. That's why I intended to pre-record it on Tuesday, but the day just got ahead of me. So here we are now. We're talking about it. And last time on the Naruto What If, Naruto had brought back Tsunade. Everything was fine, but just as in canon, Sasuke was still reeling from the fact that Itachi just doesn't care about him right now, because we know the real reason and truth behind Itachi's entire act. He's trying to fuel the hatred in Sasuke. Although to Sasuke, all is that he doesn't care about him right now. And that he's his spare eyes. He'll learn later on. But no, we know why Itachi isn't trying to actively kill Sasuke right now. But point being, yes, Sasuke still looks at Naruto. Looks how strong Naruto is in this version. I mean, in this version, Sasuke would probably be a lot more pissed off with him, because Naruto is the strongest guy on the team. Like, and he's never fully gone all out in any training session they've had, in any spar they've had, because he'd probably kill Sasuke outright. And Sasuke's ego can only convince him of something so long. Sasuke's probably been really cueing into the fact that despite all of his progression, and he has progressed, and he is even a little stronger here, probably tactically, hand-to-hand, all that. Like, his chakra reserves are probably a little higher, all that. Despite how much stronger he is now, compared to when he started in the series, Naruto has just kind of eclipsed him. Naruto has an answer to pretty much anything Sasuke has here. And Sasuke has it's been eating at him. So he finally says, "Fight me right now!" And Sasuke and Naruto finally just agrees, but it was, it's on his time. Sasuke goes to the roof to wait for him, and as I said right at the end of the video, he looks at Sakura and he gives her a reassuring smile. Like, don't worry, we're not going to kill each other. But why you got to fight right now? Sasuke's just been in the hospital. You're going to have to ask Sasuke that. My guess in Naruto, again, being basically kind of nowhere near the intelligence of Urahara. Let's be very clear. He's kind of the equivalent here. In fact, actually, what would the Naruto equivalent of Urahara be? And I'm not talking about like equal power or abilities, right? I'm talking about like intelligence. Because Orochimaru is definitely more of a Mayuri type, because of the Inhuman experiments he did. But who would I guess be the equivalent of Urahara? Ooh, that's a tough. And I don't go into Boruto, so I don't know all the Boruto characters. There might be a character in Boruto who's like an Urahara, but maybe a Kakashi type. I'm not necessarily saying Kakashi, but maybe Kakashi, perhaps, is the closest you could really get to an Urahara type. But then again, you're talking about someone who probably like does contingencies on contingencies on contingencies kind of character. And Kakashi maybe has contingencies, so does Jiraiya. All ninjas kind of have contingencies, but we're talking about a guy who has literally 1,000 different types of contingency. We're talking about someone who plans that far ahead. I don't know if there's anyone in Naruto who's quite an equivalent of Urahara. And for the sake of this one, though, Naruto's definitely going to be the Urahara equivalent. He's nowhere near that level of intelligence, but definitely some backup plans. Point being, though, he tells Sakura, I think I know what's going on, might be going on. It's like the curse mark might be really starting to seep in. But wait, so how are we going to fix it? I don't know. I'm going to have to get Pervy Sage to look at that damn curse mark if we can, and try to really figure out a way to remove it without hurting him. And Benihime is in his head, just like, that's probably the. If we get a chance to really look at it, I might be able to help. My last user was a very effective Seal Master. Which, yeah, whenever we do the Bleach crossover with Naruto, where the Bleach characters are in the Naruto verse, and our characters within the Naruto verse, not like say Bleach and Naruto are in the same universe, but like Bleach characters as human characters in the Narutoverse, Urahara would definitely be a seal master. I think that's really works. Um, and so Naruto just gives her a reassurance words like, "Don't worry, I'll try to keep her from getting too bad." So Naruto goes meet Sasuke up on the roof, and they're squaring off with each other. And there's a little shit talking going on. He was like, Naruto's even trying to talk him still out. He's like, "You sure you want to do this, Sasuke?" He's like, "I've been waiting for this for a long time, Naruto. Let's do this." And Naruto, it was like, fine, and the fight begins. Naruto uses to create some clones, and they immediately get into just hand-to-hand combat. And Naruto has grown leaps and bounds in hand-to-hand combat since the beginning of the series, particularly because he has the clones with him. Because he has the clones with him, and because he's been training with Benihime. And as I stated, his hand-to-hand skills are arguably stronger when he's using his sword than when he's not, because he can use his sword in tandem with his hand-to-hand. But Sasuke's, fending him off. He's fending him off without too much difficulty. But Naruto, having multiple clones and being a solid hand-to-hand user in his own right now, is making Sasuke, it's actually pushing Sasuke to already activate his Sharingan to keep up. And he does. It immediately activates his Sharingan, the moment he activates his Sharingan, everything turns against Naruto, who does bring out his sword, doesn't release it, but brings out his sword. And just, and Sasuke is able to just, barely avoid it. And he's about to go for attack, but he sees Naruto's hand about to go for his arm. And he quickly sees the seal on Naruto's palm. He's like, "Nope." It's like, "You idiot." It's like, "You dweeb, you think I don't know all your tricks?" And he just kicks Naruto in the gut. Naruto just stops up with the blade. Sasuke is now pissed off. "Stop. You think I don't know your seal tricks? You're going to try to seal away my chakra. That's not going to work, dweeb. Now stop thinking you're better than me." It's like, what? Sasuke and Naruto just kind of gets, I was like, "I don't think I'm better than you. What the heck?" Not Naruto. He was like, "Oh, I'm in your head, Naruto. You kind of," is like, it's like, "Look, I think I'm," to which Naruto, matter of factly, this is the wrong thing to say, but say, "Look, I think I'm stronger than you at this right now, but I'm not better than you. You're one of the reasons I got as strong as I am. You're one of the reasons I pushed myself as hard as I could get. Hard as I can get." Or sorry, that's not the right sentence. "You're the reason I pushed myself as hard as I can so I can get stronger. Without you, I wouldn't be this strong." And Sasuke takes that a little bit of that in, but he also is like, "So you think you are stronger than me, huh? Well, you're gonna have to do a lot better than that. So stop. If you really think you're stronger than me, then stop holding back and prove it." And Naruto's like, and he's just like, he really is just lost in all this anger. So Naruto just is to awaken Benihime, and the clones come in again, and they rush in. It's like, sorry, I'm stuttering here. Sasuke's like, "Come on, that's more like it." And again, this Sharingan is keeping the Naruto clones at bay up until Naruto, one of the Naruto clones poofs out of existence, and Naruto basically creates the Benihime's blood mist shield. However, there is one variation of the technique shred that I've always liked the idea of, and that's pelt. Instead of shred, it's pelt. And instead of firing sharpened energy blasts, he's firing these just concussive round shots that are more designed to just kind of go boom, 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 hit you like rubber bullets. And so Sasuke just until he gets hit. And Naruto's just standing there, full confidence on display, like he's still completely in control. And he just deactivates his shield. Sasuke just flies up in the air, fire style, fireball jutsu. And then the fireball jutsu just comes in. Naruto just staring it down and just flicks the sword. And it's like, what was the name of the technique? Hold on. With Supane, I believe it is. Supane Benihime. And he just negates the fireball because he's seen Sasuke's fireball multiple times before. He knows immediately how to counter that. And it's like, what? And it's like, because Sasuke wasn't around to see the counter ability with Neji, so he's actually unaware of this ability. It's like, what? He countered? It's like, and so No, and so Sasuke's like, you're the one who's holding back, Sasuke. You want to prove you're the strongest? Then show me what you got. And it's like, fine, you is fine. And he's gonna get his Chidori ready. Naruto is just standing there, however. He's not activating his Rasengan here. Even though Naruto is still very much wants to prove himself against Sasuke, because again, Sasuke probably is still his rival. Not even probably, he is still his rival. He doesn't want to hurt Sasuke. He's still actually thanks to having Benihime there to keep him level. He's still very cognizant of what's going on in the scenario here. So instead of activating Rasengan, he just holds Benihime up in a certain fashion, like kind of like this, and he's just waiting for Sasuke, and Sasuke has Chidori. And Kakashi, meanwhile, is watching this, waiting to see what happens. He wants to step in, but he notes Naruto isn't attacking Sasuke. Like, he isn't firing the Rasengan at Sasuke, because he doesn't even know Naruto has a Rasengan at this point. But he's not attacking Sasuke. He's waiting for Sasuke's attack. It's like, let's see what you got, dweeb! Chidori! And Naruto makes a clone, throws the clone at him. The clone is hit by Sasuke's Chidori, but because it's a clone, Sasuke's Chidori is powering through. But this gives Naruto enough time. Shibari! Benihime! And then all of a sudden, the chakra net comes out and just launches onto Sasuke, which is, I can't move. What is this? Again, the technique he didn't actually see. Because actually, that's not true. He might have seen it with the Shikaku fight, but I would say hypothetically, I would say maybe where that fight ended up, maybe he either barely saw it, but he hasn't seen it in a while, so he's trying to remember what is it. It's that technique he used against Shikaku or Gaara, but that would mean and he can't get out of it because that thing was strong enough to temporarily bind a awakening Aizen. that technique, and we only saw it. Excuse me. And we only saw it the one time in the manga, which sucks. We saw it in the anime with the Reigai arc, but we only saw it the one time in the manga, which sucks. I love that tech. That's just a really cool technique. And so he has Shibari Benihime, and Sasuke can't get out of it. Like, can kind of warp like one of the strands of the Chidori still got activated, but it's taking a lot of effort because it's such dense chakra. And Sasuke remembers now that's that technique he used against the Shikaku or Gaara. And then Sasuke's eyes go wide in terror when he realizes that Naruto is just holding his blade now right above the net, because he also remembered what he did in that Hisobe Benihime Jusasugi. I might be, again, butchering that last part, but yeah, Hisobe Benihime, playing with fire Benihime. And he's just like, and he's basically saying, look, you might get out of that, but it's going to take you a while. I win. I could easily, I could wipe the floor with you right now. And Sasuke, you wouldn't do it. You'd blow up the entire roof. You're right. But if I didn't care about killing anyone or hurting anyone else, what do you think would happen here? And Sasuke then goes like kind of cold. It's like, he's right. That's right, Naruto. He's right, Sasuke. And then Kakashi shows up. Naruto, well, it looks like you won, Naruto. Would you be so kind to deactivate Jutsu? To which Naruto just kind of he looks at Sasuke for a moment and kind of gives Kakashi a look like, yeah, okay, and then just kind of dispels the techniques. And Sasuke's, you, and Sasuke's just, it's over, Sasuke. Naruto won fair and square, all right? There's no reason to get to it. It's like, shut, and it's like, leave me alone, and just pisses off. It's like, well, I can't say I applaud you guys going as hard as you did, but everything seems fine. To which Naruto replied, Sakura probably was also charging in at that point. Maybe. But by the way, what did you think was going to happen, Sakura? They couldn't stop. They couldn't stop Sakura, seriously. Again, Sakura is not a trash character in Shippuden. She's kind of a trash character in Part 1. Let's be honest. Let's not even say kind of. She's a trash character in Part 1. Not very well written at all. She has one moment of growth in the Forest of Death. That's it. But again, to go back to my list I did earlier, Sakura's not a trash character in Shippuden. She's just a poorly written character in Shippuden. Um, so anyway, Kakashi talks. Well, that was pretty dangerous, Naruto. Yeah, but you'll have to blame him. He's the one who wanted to fight. You could have said no, and do you think that would have stopped him? He would have kept hounding me until I said yes. And it's like, are you okay, Sakura? I'm fine. And Naruto chimes up saying, we're gonna have to get Pervy Sage to look at that seal on his neck at some point. I think it's. I don't know if the seal you put on there is enough to keep it at bay. Sorry, it's a cursed mark. It's not a well, technically it's a cursed mark, not a cursed seal, but it's kind of a seal that's being placed on there, sort of. Anyway, Kakashi is just, here's like, I'll have a talk with him. And so Naruto and Sakura go. Naruto's kind of cheering Sakura up, buys her a bowl of ramen. Not a date. It's not a date. To go a little Pulp Fiction. It's not a date. And it's not a date. It's two teammates, friends, kind of just talking and trying to get over and understand the situation. Like, I at this point, I think Naruto just doesn't have any romantic feelings, honestly, towards anyone right now. Meanwhile, Kakashi has his little interaction with Sasuke. It's like, maybe if I kill everyone you ever loved, you'd do the same. Yeah, that's an interesting theory, but you're a little late to test it. Everyone you're talking about is already dead. I love that. I do love that whole, yeah, you don't know shit, kid moment for Sasuke. Like, oh. So yeah, it's like, Sasuke, you suffered, like, look, Sasuke suffered a horrifying tragedy. Horrifying. Lost his entire clan, family, everyone, every family member he ever had, ultimately. By the way, did Itachi really have to kill everyone? You're telling me everyone except Sasuke, everyone, man, woman, elderly, and child knew that coup was going to happen, except for Sasuke. Bullshit. Anyway, unless he was literally the only kid around at that time. I mean, to be fair, I don't know if we saw any other kids within the Uchiha clan at that time. But yeah, Sasuke had been through a lot, but he's not the only one. This is where that comment someone made about, comparing backstories. I kind of agree a little bit. Whether it's like, in real life, you should not be trying to measure each other's pain. You shouldn't. But if you start measuring your pain against someone else's, you really shouldn't. You really should expect don't be surprised if someone claps back at you saying, like, bitch, this happened to me. This happened to another person. This is happening to people right now. Don't bitch to me about this shit. Like in real life, you shouldn't be measuring your pain, but in fiction, it's a perfectly reasonable thing because they're fictional characters. And because people define themselves by their pain so much in anime, that it's like, okay, now we need to be like, hold on one moment. So yeah, so Sasuke is left to his devices, the Sound 4 come, all that happens the same. And really, everything happens the same with the Sasuke retrieval mission, too. Shikamaru gets Naruto, forms the retrieval squad. Sakura comes asking Naruto to bring him back because she tried and failed. And they're off. They're off to the races, as it were. No, they catch up with the Sound 4. Jirobo catches them in the what was it? The chakra dome sphere, the earth dome. I don't remember exactly what that jutsu was called, but he catches them in the earth prison. Choji does break out. This is not where Naruto would shine. This is not Naruto's moment to shine. In fact, Naruto, his chakra really wouldn't be able to do much. Like his Benihime wouldn't be able to do much. It's got strong abilities. The problem ultimately is that they're all chakra based abilities, so they're all getting absorbed by the sphere anyway. So even like the Rasengan barely did enough damage to break it. I doubt Benihime's physical attack would be able to do much more. It's arguably stronger than the Rasengan, arguably. So Yeah, I don't see unless Naruto goes into full Fox mode. I don't see him being able to break through in the dome. But then Choji breaks out, faces Jirobo. It's all good. Then we get to the Kitamaru fight, and this is where it actually really differs. Kitamaru initially is able to kind of trap down everyone, including the Naruto clones that get summoned. He, tries to take out all the Naruto. He takes out all the Naruto clones, but then Naruto reveals himself. He comes in with Benihime and swipes at him, and then just releases. The swipe releases an attack, timed attack. Kitamaru gets the full brunt of that. His armor protects him, but even his armor kind of buckles and cracks under that. Kitamaru's actually like, it's like, that was not cool, kid, not cool. Unfortunately, I got in Naruto's hand is caught. However, Naruto just and just cuts it with his blade because his blade has chakra capabilities. So it's like you're gonna have to do hard. You're gonna have to do harder than that, or sorry, you're gonna have to try harder than that if you're gonna stop me. Is that right? Is that a fact? Kitamaru then just gets blades in all his hands, and it's kind of a Kenpachi Neotora scenario right now, where Naruto's trying to keep abate all these blades. And it's like, got you! Creates his shield, shred, and just starts shredding him again. This time, again, his armor is keeping him at bay. Naruto then just sing, and he just, again, wrecks him a little bit. Naruto gets in close, just puts the blade right towards him. Is that the best you can do? And then Kimimaro just fires back. However, Jesse's about to, and he gets Naruto, binds Naruto with a bunch of webbing. Just it's like, you're not getting away this time, brat. And then this time, Neji comes in, just, it's like, are you okay, Naruto? Thanks, Neji. Took you a while. It's like, I'm forgive my tardiness. It took me a while to get out of that webbing. But his webbing has chakra, which means I am the perfect opponent for him. Go on without him. I don't think that's going to be necessary. It's like, real. It's like, what do you mean? It's like, you really think you're better than me? And then all of a sudden he activates his curse mark, and he finds he's getting more tired. It's like, what? It's like, what? And all of a sudden he sees the seal on his hands. Like, the little something I've slapped on you before you blasted me back with those webs. It's a chakra seal. It's going to absorb your chakra until it's taken care. It's done. It's you. So and you can feel like his curse mark is activated, but he's actually struggling to keep it activated. It's like, if that's the case, then all of a sudden his skin starts to darken. He gets a bit more Oni-like. And by the way, of the sound 4, it's technically sound 5. Of the sound 4 second state curse marks forms, Kitamaru's and Tayuya's, I think, look the best. Not Tayuya's. Why did I say Tayuya's? Kimimara's. Kitamaru's and Kimimara's, I think, look the best. The reason for this is, really, Sakan and Ukon's honestly just look like a slightly different variation on Kitamaru's. They're both very Oni-like. But because Kimimaro has all those arms, yeah, they got that armor kind of split look going on when they split apart. But because Kimimaro got all the arms and Kimimaro has this dinosaur like design to it, I think those look the best. I actually was never a big fan of Sasuke's. So his Kimimaro just goes in the full. It's like, and they're like, this isn't good. Like, I swear, and he just kind of pulls out the gets the bow. He pulls out the bow. He's forcing it out. Like he's doing it so fast he's coughing up some blood. And he's just doing it quick. Like, move! And he's like, Neji, move! And they just have to get out of the way. He puts up a blood mist shield, but it like goes right through it, nearly clips Naruto right on the shoulder, which at that speed, velocity, and power, that clip could have taken his arm off. We see just how powerful it is when it just tags Neji. To be fair, maybe it wouldn't have taken his arm off because we do see it just blows a hole right through it, but it's not a hole much bigger than the arrow itself. But Naruto's like, and Neji's like, how long before that chakra seal drains all his chakra? Given the amount he's got, at least a couple minutes. But we can't wait. Shadow Clone Jutsu! And just it's like, and they all just come in. Uzumaki Choir! And Kimimaro just launches another arrow, and it's a giant amount of Benihime sings. Again, it doesn't actually have an attack name, just sing, clashing with the arrow, just boom, and they just kind of smash into Kimimaro, who's sizzling, and he's just burnt to hell. His shock is fading. He can't even keep up the second curse mark anymore because he's putting so much shocker into it. And then Neji goes, no! Was it gentle or Hyuga style or 8 trigrams, 64 pogs, and then just boom, Kimimaro down. And so it wasted a bit more time, but they get going, and now there is a big difference in the retrieval story, and that is Naruto is and that Neji is still with the group. So they are rushing in at full speed. They catch up with them finally. Sokka and Ukon. Naruto activates Rasengan, but Sokka and Ukon is like, what's the use of that technique if you can't throw it? And Naruto just kind of actually thinks of that for a second. He's like, good point. It's a good point. Maybe I should try something I can throw. And then Naruto just shing! Again activates his Zanpakuto and nearly cuts Sokka and Ukon in half. And just shred! Keeps them at bay. But then Kimimaro shows up, steals Sasuke, and Sasuke's like, Sasuke! And then Naruto's going a bit more into his standard Naruto mentality. And he rushes off, chasing after Kimimaro. He's like, Naruto! He's like, where are you going? And Sokka and Ukon basically kind of split at that point. It's like, what? And then and they're trying to go after him, but Kiba and Neji both tackle them into the ravine. So they're facing off against Sokka and Ukon, while Shikamaru still faces off against Tayuya, and that's still going to go the same. Naruto's giving chase to Kimimaro. He knows he could attack, but he's also being afraid not to attack the casket that Sasuke's in, the coffin. So he does start channeling some of Kurama's chakra. Benihime is like, just be careful, Naruto. No, too much of it will impair your judgment. Right, but I'm going to need the boost. And he's just rushing in after him, and now he's facing off. He's like, give Sasuke back now. Give him back. Damn it. Got something caught in my throat. And Kimimaro just like, I'll have to deal with you myself. And just, creates the bow and sword and is now squaring off against Naruto. And that is where we're going to leave part 7. Join us again next week for part 8. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And is next week the week of What If, or do I have another week on that? Hold on. Nope, I got another week on that. So join us next week for part 8. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you folks next time.